everybody here on a call, you guys haven't been around the block for 6 months or a year. We all veterans here. We had our reasons that, kept us in this business. How about like telling our stories? Like create a story, create something that probably this is not the right word, but something close to a reality show, to where we would go to people's places where they work, and they've been working in an industry for 15, 20 years, and sit down with them and learn why is it that keeps them in this business. They have their reasons. Like nobody stays around for 20 years for no reason. You have to have your drivers, your reasons. And I think you will find a lot of amazing stories, a lot of positive stuff that we could take as an industry and package and put it out in the world, not just within our group to see, because we don't need, like, it's kind of like an echo chamber here, right? We talk amongst ourselves, but we're not, like, the pool is still shrinking. We have people leaving. We're not bringing people in.
Just that talent hub is not there. And we talk about a lot within our company what we call building our bench, right? Training the guys, training the next person, training that maintenance tech to become an assistant, that assistant to become a supervisor, that supervisor to go into regional. But when I want to expand that to, we should all be building each other's benches, because we're going to exchange people. It's unheard of that somebody's just going to stay with one of us and just be there forever and ever and ever. None of us are doing anybody any favors if everybody's not really focused on training the talent that we currently have.
When we do have experienced people that come in and apply for the job, because I deal with multiple ownership groups. I mean, we own properties, but we also manage properties for a ton of ownership groups. The other issue is making ownership groups understand that for quality, you have to pay for quality. We're not going to keep people for, $17 an hour. It's just not going to,
This is great. What we need to do, thinking outside the box. But what I'm doing personally is going to high schools, for example, and let them know about my journey. Hey, there's possibilities. There's so many things that you can do, because most of the kids nowadays, like I was lost back in the day. I didn't know what I was going to do. Right. So we need to do that. And like you mentioned, maybe the college people are not going to be able to go, but may not be interested, but there's always a chance. But for example, to me, being a maintenance on-site manager, an on-site manager and a maintenance technician was what helped me get through college, because that helped me with my tuition. I was having 2 jobs, you see. And maybe when I've been going to universities where I graduated, and I'm saying all of this, and there's so many different options, but going to the high schools, my wife is a teacher, so I can go to the high school and I have a bigger connection, and I'm connecting the IRM and now the National Association of Apartments come in. Hey, we need to do something.
If I contracted out XYZ supplier to do my make readies based off of a contract where we know that half of my rent roll every year is going to need to have a make ready. So we partner with a supplier that says, I'm going to guarantee you, for example purposes, 150 make readies per year. And you can guarantee that you're going to have 22 in January, 15 in February, 20 in March. And we get an actual contract where we have a baseline price of what that contract looks like. I'm going to pay you $500 a make ready as a base price. And then every unit that we inspect will have a change order above and below that $500 mark. Then we've got leverage as an industry on a supplier, because right now that's where we're losing our leverage and are losing our economic structure.
And I think, it's just going to become more and more of a solution, long-term solution, for us to just partner with, vendors and say, we give you 150 units if you could take them away from us and just like handle them a year. And we could deal with the staff shortages, have like more of a skeleton crew that's doing like more basic stuff, and more stuff will be outsourced out there.